Catholic Church 1,200 years ago. Something like that. The numbers are, not exact. And he was trying to hold his position of power because 1,200 years ago, the world obviously wasn't like it is now. There weren't governments, there weren't countries. Yes, the land was there, Europe was there, but it wasn't set up anywhere like this. And the idea of having this music strengthened his position. And he strengthened it because it sent out the power of God's Word. The lyrics that are up there, these are from the Psalms. And those of you that know anything about the Bible know that the Psalms in the Bible are actually lyrics to songs. The problem is that we don't know what the music is. We don't know what the melodies are. We don't know what the harmony is. We've just been told, and pretty much people believe it, that these are songs. But they're very simple. And they start essentially with just melody. Now, there's rhythm to it, but it's very slow. And the relationship of the notes in the melody are what implies the harmony. Now, here's something that's fun to do. Let's take music that's 1,000 years old, 1,200 years old, a really old thing, and let's update it. See what you think of this. Right there, that what you just heard there is even more simpler than the first thing. I Simple. What's different is that it's 1,000 years later, we're using electric guitars, we're adding more stuff, we've made the music more complicated. So what are we really doing? Well, we've added drums, and we've added that bass line, but what is that bass line? No, that's not too difficult. Let me make it easier for you to understand. I will bet that some of you will smile at this. class, we talked about how essentially music for 1,000 years has essentially been derived from two topics. Secular, which is love. Sacred, music about God. Now, how many of you recognize that last song I played? Okay, who was it? Metallica. Never thought that Metallica would be part of the Roman Catholic Church, did you? The music comes from the exact same place. The melodies. James Hetfield, I know, he's seen this, he's talked about it. He's like, it's so cool. Look, music is not hard to understand. What's hard is to dissect it and get inside of it so that you can truly choose what you like to hear. Right now, music is like it's like somebody holding up a big can of Krylon spray paint and they just spray it. Here's the latest music. You don't really get a choice, you know, to choose what you want. I'm going to prove that to you in a couple minutes. How many of you have a Spotify account, or an iTunes, or a you know, Prime, on Amazon Prime, or whatever? Okay. You pay for it? You do the free Spotify, or do you pay like the whatever they is? Who pays for their music? How much you pay? Okay, and so how often do you use it?
Pretty often.
Yeah? I belong to Apple, but I was like sort of forced to. I had almost 4,000 CDs. And my wife convinced me 3 years ago. She goes, "This is stupid, man. What are you going to do with all this stuff?" Well, it's my collection. Because I was one of those guys, I used to have like 7,000 albums. But when I moved from Denver to Las Vegas in 1983, excuse me, I sold them all because I heard about this thing called CDs coming. And at the time, my album collection was worth a lot. And I financed the move. I sold almost all of them. And so during the 80s, I switched over to cassettes because before I sold my albums, I bought like a boatload of blank cassettes, and I recorded all my albums that I wanted. And then, you know, I was like, okay, because CD recorders, when they first came out, they were like $3 or $4 grand. Really expensive. And nobody had the CDs anyway. And so the whole CD switch happened during the 80s. And then into the 90s, then it's like, okay, now I can buy CDs. So by, you know, the 2010, 2013, I had all these CDs. And my wife was like, look, man, what do you need this for? Put it in your computer. Put it in the cloud. What is that? I'm afraid to lose it. Something will happen. I'll lose it. No. So she goes, well, research it. So I went and did what is called iTunes Match. So I paid $24.95 a year, and all of my collection, Apple has it. And the reason I went with Apple was like half of what Google wanted. Half, you know, it seemed like the best for me. I'm a Macintosh guy. I'm a musician. Musicians use Macs. And what you'll find with all of this music, however you consume it, is that there's only 12 notes. That's all there is. And when you're listening to this chant music, they're only using like 8 notes. They're not even using all of them. You guys remember your first box of crayons? Remember how cool that was? Crayons. Got a box. What do you got? You got black. You got brown, orange, green, blue, yellow, red. What's the last one? What did I miss? Purple. There you go. You get 8 crayons. That's it. It's not like the alphabet. You get 26 letters. No, music, you don't. It's much more limited. So when you listen to music from 1,000 years ago, and then you listen to Metallica, it sounds the same. Well, that's pretty spooky, Mr. Smith. That's kind of weird. Yeah, it is. It gets weirder. Watch this.
Recognize this? Yeah, that's Don't Stop Believing by Journey. And the cast of Glee. Yeah, there's a few more songs with the same chords. Check it out. My life is brilliant, my love is pure. I saw an angel, of that I'm sure. People kill and people die and children hurt and you hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach? Won't you turn the other cheek? Forever young, I wanna be forever young. I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm your lipstick stains on the front of my left side brains. I knew I wouldn't forget you if I could. Then I would. I'd go wherever you went. Can't heal the love tonight. Nobody wants to see us together, but it don't matter, no. 'Cause I got country road, take me home to the place where I belong. I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me. Paparazzi. With or without you. Pictures of you, pictures of me, hung upon your wall for the world to see. And she will be loved, yes she will be loved. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. No woman, no cry, but this surely is a dream. I come from a land down under, red, white and blue. Funny things you do, America, America, this is you. They say that Taylor was a good girl, never wanna be late, complaint, express ideas in the
I
rain.
need some love like I've never needed love before. I'm gonna make love to your baby.
Take on me
When I come around,
take me on
when I come around,
be gone when I want to. Save tonight.
take a lot to drink me
And
away
fight
from
the
you.
come.
There's not but 100 men or more than
Here
before.
I am once again, I'm torn into pieces, can't deny it, can't pretend. Just don't you ever want in my head. I see you all over me in my head. You fulfill my fantasy in my head.
On my rage, I am still just a rat in a
What if
cage.
God was one of us?
Tell me why you have to go make things so complicated. I see the way you're acting like
I
somebody.
know she's playing with me. Well, that's okay, cause I got no self-esteem. With 1,000 eyes and a good disguise, and I'm right between the eyes, and I'm right between the eyes. You're so beautiful, so damn beautiful. Too late to apologize. Too late. Just gonna stand there and watch me burn. That's alright because I like the way it hurts. It's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. Can't be mine, no we can read my poker face.
Come on, Bobby, let's go party.
How long will I slide? I'll separate my double rainbow all the way across the sky. Yeah, yeah, so intense. Enjoy yourself. Take only what you need from it. A family of trees, woman.
Say goodbye. Little mistletoe, acquaintance be forgot
And never brought to mind.
I'm more than a boat, I'm more than a plane.
I'm a bird plane. I'm a bird plane. A motherfucking bird plane. Doesn't that sound familiar? Doesn't that hit too close to home? Doesn't that make you shiver? The way that things have gone. But doesn't that seem peculiar? 'Cause everyone wants a little more. It's something I do remember. To never go this far, that's all it takes to be a star.
Doesn't that sound familiar? That's all it takes to be a star. How many of you did not recognize at least one song? You didn't recognize any of those songs? I'm sorry? No, the other way, right. Every song you just heard used the same 4 chords. Unfortunately, and I feel sorry for you, I really do, pop music in America, and essentially in the Western world, is so banal, weak, intellectually awful. I don't know how you guys can even listen to music. It is just the same crap over and over and over and over again. How many of you have eaten a hamburger at a fast food restaurant in the past 7 days? Come on, raise them up. Let me see them. Up. Raise them up. Last 7 days. Okay, let's make it 2 weeks. Last 14 days. Those of you that haven't, God bless you. Those of you that have, did you enjoy it? Was it like, God, this is a good hamburger, man. It's like, I'm so glad it's not, oh, boy. I wish they were all this good. Because they're not. We as a nation have dumbed down our culture so much that we've stopped thinking. Amy, when you went in to get that hamburger, did you just order a hamburger, or did you say, extra pickles, go half on the onion, no mustard, please? Or did you just order it? Right. My wife, God bless her, love her so much. When she orders a hamburger, no pickles, no cheese, add lettuce. And then you hear, sorry? Because you know the speakers at the drive-thru, it's like, yeah. I'd like a hamburger with no pickle, no cheese, extra lettuce. I'd like a hamburger! And it's like, then she starts yelling like they can hear her in the building, you know? Yeah. I'm like, baby, it ain't happening. Yeah. Because we don't do that. So what do people say? Oh, F it, just give me the hamburger. Right? We just take it. We do that with their songs. Every one of those songs is exactly the same musically. Every one. Every one. Now, you probably couldn't determine it as easily as I can, but at the end of the 16 weeks, you will. And then you're going to be discerning about the music you hear. When you go on, you Spotify? Is that iTunes? When you go on iTunes, you can pick it. Because you're worth it. You're paying for this. I want my money's worth. I don't want to hear the same. I already heard that. I heard that before. And I got to tell you, as a composer, boy, does that make me work. And I love it. Because as soon as I start writing something, it's like, oh, I've heard that before. I'm not using that. Nope, nope, not going there. I want something new. I want something real. I want something that has never happened before. Like that shirt. Why did you pick that shirt? I love it. But did you think about it? Or did you say, oh, I got a new shirt. Okay, I'll take that one. Right? I mean, what were you thinking, Amy? I mean, you got the purple and the pink on the right shoulder. You got the green and yellow on the left shoulder. There's like, oh, wait. It's on the wrong side. I got to have it on this. I got to go here. Did you do that? How many of you are serious about when you go out and buy clothes? All right, excellent. Yes. So I want you to be that serious about your music. I want you to be that serious about everything in your life. I want you to be that serious about your education. I really do. It's your life. Don't settle. Don't settle. My wife's got a big plaque on her shelves in her office. Don't settle. That's why I'm husband number 3. The first 2, out of here. So she's really hoping that I'm going to be the guy. She already told me that if I don't make it, she'll kill me. So there you go. I got to be good. All right. Let's solidify today. Rhythm, melody, harmony. These are the 3 components of music. All music, all cultures, everywhere. You got to have rhythm because rhythm is the engine that moves the music. Gives it its motion. Now, it can be slow. But it's still moving. Work me. Faster. One of you said tempo. Tempo is how fast or slow the music moves. Meter, what type of rhythm it is. It can be 3, which we call triple, can be 2, could be duple. Then everything after that is meeting. So I can go. What's that? I don't know, Mr. Smith. Do that again. What do you think? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. What was it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now we're getting into complicated things. Don't worry, that's not on the test. Triple, 3. It's on the test. Duple, 2. It's on the test. Did you know that your heart beats a triple? You know why blues music feels good? Because it beats a triple. The human beings love puts a smile on your face. it confused the scientists. Starting in the late 50s and the 60s, a group of guys were like, we gotta figure out why. And there was one guy who played drums and goes, come on, man, you guys are idiots. Your heart beats a shuffle. Your body likes to feel good. The music gets into the groove with your heart, and you feel good. Yeah, my baby done left me. She took my dog. She flattened my pickup truck tires, but I got the blues, baby. I'm feeling good. I got some whiskey. I'm all right. Feeling good. But if I go, now I'm headbanging. No. What's that? That's two. Duple. What else is it? Chinese water torture. If I were to do this, lift it up for 5 minutes, guess what? Every one of your blood pressure would go up. Because after 5 minutes of you'd be like, is he going to stop doing that? Please, no, that's not. Mr. Smith, please. It's a fact. Who's been to a metal concert with a mosh pit? Anybody? Did you jump in? What was the rhythm of the music? Right, because what does that do? That gets boys excited. I'm going to jump on top of you. But not a blues concert. You go to a blues concert, we're going to like, oh, ow, yeah. Why? Yes. It makes you feel good. Your blood pressure will actually relax. You get a smile on your face and say, man, having a good day. Dude, somebody just rear-ended your truck. It's a truck. I got insurance. Screw it. This music is good. I'm feeling good, baby. Yeah, but it's on fire now. The firemen will put it out, whatever. They need something to do. Spray some water. In fact, I'm out. I'm going to go over again. Splash me, baby. Come on. Give me some water. Rhythm is part of that emotion. You said emotion. I believe it was whether you had said emotion. We're talking about components of music. Somebody said emotion. Emotion is what happens when you listen to music. This is what we're talking about. This is what we studied. This is why you guys are here. You were curious. At least some of you were curious. Like, what is this music class? What is this? Really, what could this be about? What is it about? We're already talking about it. The human experience. You guys all want to have a great life. I want you to have a great life. And what we're going to do is we're going to dissect music from every angle that we can figure out, come up with, so that you will use music to make your life better. You're going to use music to bring someone that you have fallen in love with closer to you. You're going to just know the right song. It's like, man, when she hears this, it's going to be lights out, baby. She's mine now. Ladies, you're going to know it's like, you know what? I know he's been telling me that he won't dance, but I want to dance with him. I want to hold him in my arms. Damn it, I'm going to make him dance. You're going to find that right song. Oh, see, yeah, see? Who dances in here? Who likes to dance? Who dances? Okay, who doesn't dance? Okay? You need to understand that music, one of the main